The lunar eclipse in your own backyard, depending on what kind of cloud cover you had. I'm meteorologist Jaclyn Whittal with a look at your national forecast. Let's begin our story. Confirmed the 19th tornado in Ontario. It is true. We'll talk about where that occurred just this week. And your Thanksgiving trend, good news and bad. Not everybody's going to see a lousy weekend, but some will. And a super typhoon inching closer to Japan. Yeah, it's really a strong storm. But we're on cars. It smashed out windows, that sort of thing. But it was hard to say whether or not it was a tornado or if it was just maybe a strong wind gust. Well, after Environment Canada went out to do the official assessment, now we know it is indeed an EF1 tornado that occurred. This was Monday, October 6th. It seems late in the season. It is late in the season. 150 meters wide. That was the width of the actual tornado with a damage path of 1.5 kilometers long. So there you go. Speaking of which, by the way, we have Storm Hunters airing tonight at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. tonight. And we're live streaming our 10 p.m. show. It's going to be great. This one's Tornado Terror. You can see Mark and I chase the widest tornado ever recorded in U.S. history. So it's a pretty cool episode. All right. Upper level trough, that's keeping things pretty cool. Play on words there. Partly cloudy conditions. Still looking at some scattered rain showers, especially through the Quebec region, the Ottawa Valley. Breezy conditions as well right into your Thursday, but most of that will be through the East Coast. Fair on the West Coast. Yeah, we have high pressure settling in, so milder conditions as we start to see this nice ridge build in. And really, it's going to be a nice long-range forecast for many. Seasonal, high pressure. This is Saturday, of course, into your Thanksgiving weekend. And then Sunday, this is for selfish needs. I'm watching this bit of moisture into southwestern Ontario because I'm camping. We're doing a turkey in a deep fryer, like a deep fried turkey, outside at Port Burwell Provincial Park in Ontario. So wish me luck. This is a first for Thanksgiving. Here we go. 850 temperatures. It's about a kilometer up above the surface. We see that cold still settling in. So while it'll be pretty nice in Ontario, we are looking at some cool temperatures from Monday. So you can see more interesting cloud formation. So you might hear some thunder, maybe some lightning, especially for you in parts of New Brunswick. All of this active weather actually just moved through Quebec as well. So storm surge warning with that storm. We could see some increased wind potential and some tides affecting those waves. Here's the super typhoon Vong Fong. We'll be back with the latest on this storm and where it moves next. Don't go away. There you have it, my science behind the weather. So you just saw what an EF1 tornado, does to a home. Well, an EF1 tornado was confirmed in Sheffield, Ontario. This was on Monday. And I'll tell you, it kind of caught a lot of people by surprise, myself included. Sometimes it all takes is a brief spin up and the wind's doing the right thing. Around the lakes particularly, we can get a lot of lake breeze convergence and that sort of thing. And you get a tornado, folks. So EF1, it happened at 10:30 p.m. just about a half hour from where I live, and I was just downstairs on my couch. Like, that's how little of a chance that we thought would be there that day. However, damage track 150 meters wide and a path of 1.5 kilometers in length. So pretty interesting, pretty impressive to say the least. And it is late in the season. Westerly winds, you may have noticed the winds today in Ontario, very gusty. That's going to continue overnight. In fact, we're going to still see that lake effect rain happening, 15 to 25 millimeters through cottage country. Why is it like this? Because of that westerly flow off Huron and Georgian Bay, bringing in that moisture from west to east. If we get a northwest wind, we see the orientation of that moisture in a different way. Out in the prairies, sustained winds, pretty calm. High pressure building in for you, and really still getting some strong winds and some instability, some rain. A beautiful shot she took right on the shores. Very gusty tonight, but been nice. We have high pressure in place. Southeasterly winds. Could even see some sea effect rain. All right. Nice to have you along on this Wednesday. Couple more days until we get into our turkey weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe you are too. I was just talking about the difference between deep frying a turkey and putting your turkey in the oven. What do you do? Love to hear from you. Send me a message on Twitter. We're going to be deep frying ours this year because we're camping outdoors. That's pretty hardcore. Thanksgiving trend. Who's looking at the good weather and the bad weather? Super typhoon inching closer to Japan. We'll talk about that. And Storm Hunters. It airs tonight at 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. Special sneak peek coming up in just about a minute. All right, that upper level trough that's digging in, that just means a lot of cold air in the upper atmosphere coming all the way down to southern Ontario, basically where the position of the jet stream is. And this really illustrates it quite nicely as well. This is the 850 millibar temperatures, and this shows about a kilometer above the surface what our temperatures are doing. So you can see they're in around that minus 10 degrees Celsius. So if it's minus 10 at 850, you can pretty much bank that, it's pretty chilly at the surface as well. Out in the east, we're looking at storm surge warnings right now. So that has to do with the tide, the high tide, and sending that in. And usually get some strong winds, sometimes straight line winds that are out ahead of a gust front when it moves in. It can be really scary looking when they move in too. Gaspé, Edmundston, St. John, all the way into Halifax, you have non-severe thunderstorm potential today. Hey, just to spin and get closer to shore. It's a Category 5 right now. It will weaken, but we'll let you know exactly what it does next.